First, let's discuss the basics of percentage. So 10% is 10 in every 100, 15% is 15 in every 100, 20% means 20 in every 100, 25% is 25 in every 100, 130 means 130 in every 100, and so on. Now, there may be a question how it can be 130 when we only have 100. Well, I will come to this point a little later. 10% profit or increase is 10 increased from 100. So original amount was 100, new amount will be 110, making a profit of 10. Similarly, 10% loss or decrease is 10 decreased from 100. So original amount was 100, now new amount is 90, making a loss of 10. 25% increase means original amount was 100, now new amount will be 125, making an increase of 25. Similarly, 25% loss means original amount is 100, now new amount will be 75, making a loss of 25. Now let's come to 130%. If 130% profit, buying price would be 100 and selling price would be 230. This can easily happen in reality because it's logic that an item can be bought for 100 taka or pounds and it can be sold for 230 taka or pounds, making a profit of 130%. However, if there were a loss of 130%, the selling price would have been negative 30, which is impossible in reality because no one would sell an item free to a seller and giving them more money. Now let's make some numbers as percentage to fraction and then decimal. So 5% will be, as a fraction, is 5 over 100 and decimal is 0.05. 10% as a fraction is 10 over 100 and decimal is 0.1. 15% is 15 over 100 and decimal is 0.15. 20% is 20 over 100 and decimal is 0.2. And 30% is 130 over 100 and decimal is 1.5. Let's see an example. So we will increase 40 by 10%. So we'll use method 1. Increase 10% means increase 10 in every 100. So 100 becomes 110. So original amount is 100, new amount will be 110. 1 becomes 110 over 100 because it's less than 110. And 40 becomes 110 multiplied by 40 divided by 100. Now let's just simplify. So 40 divided by 10, 4. 100 divided by 10 is 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 110 divided by 10 is 11. Now multiplying 11 and 4, we get 44. Let's use method 2 using fractions. So we'll find 10% of 40. So 10% is a fraction is 10 over 100. So we write 10 over 100 multiplied by 40 because of means multiplication in mathematics. Now simplify it. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 100 divided by 10 is 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1 and 40 divided by 10 is 4. So you get 4. So original amount is 40. Now increased amount we got 4. Now total new amount is 44. Method 3 using decimal. First, finding 10% of 40. 10% in decimal is 0.1. Ob in maths means times. Directly multiplying 0.1 by 40, we get 4. Now original amount is 40. 10% of 40 is 4. After 10% increased, 40 becomes 44. Let's see another example when amount decreased by percent. Method 1, decrease 90 by 20%. Decreasing 20% means decrease 20 from 100. So 100 becomes 80. Because if we take 20 away from 100, we get 80. 1 becomes 80 divided by 100, because decreasing 1 by 20% will be less than 80. 90 becomes 80 times 90 over 100, because decreasing 90 by 20% will be more than 80 over 100. Now let's simplify. Dividing 90 by 10 is 9. Dividing 100 by 10 is 10. Dividing 10 by 10 is 1. Dividing 80 by 10 is 8. Now we just multiply 8 by 9. We get 72, which is 20% decreased from 90. Method 2. Using fraction. First, finding 20% of 90. 20% as fraction is 20 over 100, and of in maths means times. We write 20 over 100 times 90. Now simplify. Divide 20 by 10 is 2. Divide 100 by 10 is 10. Divide 10 by 10 is 1. Divide 90 by 10 is 9. We get 18 by multiplying 2 and 9, which is 20% of 90. We had 90. 20% of 90 is 18. 18 take away from 90, we get 72, which is 20% decreased from 90. Method 3. Method 3 using decimal. First, finding 20% of 90. 20% in decimal is 0.2. Of in maths means times. Directly multiplying 0.2 by 90, we get 18. Now, original amount is 90. 20% of 90 is 18. Since it's a decreased, we take 18 away from 90. After 20% decrease, 90 becomes 72. Now we know the basics of percentage. Follow my page Homework Today on facebook.com/welcome today for next lesson on how to find original amount after increased or decreased, and more lesson videos. Thank you for watching.